Okay, number three of Two Idiots, Two States. This dumbass can't name
Oh,
a
I totally
title.
forgot to.
He's late to a recording.
Yeah, I totally forgot to name the last YouTube video. Oops, my bad.
And then you're late. Explain why you're late. How about there? Let's start there, motherfucker.
I'm late because I'm slightly hungover and I was too busy watching the Netflix show Suits to actually give a shit.
So, the show that's been out for over a decade.
I'm only on season 6, episode 14. It's a pretty
That,
great show.
I mean, yeah, that's a good reason why we could just fall right into the whole why we're single, our problems with women. We know his. He's always hungover and watching Netflix.
I don't really watch that much Netflix until like recently. Most of the time
Saying,
I'm
like,
out doing something like energetic.
how long have you been laying in bed watching that shit?
As of this week, every single day.
Dude,
And it's Wednesday or
that's
Thursday.
so unhealthy.
Man, look, drinking and Netflix, there's nothing that beats it. Just saying.
I mean, I could name a couple.
Oh yeah? Name a couple. Let's go. Name a couple.
Drinking with friends, going to the gym,
Going to the gym is boring
studying.
and everybody knows it.
No, it's not. If you're actually working on yourself, it's not. If you're just going there to fucking do the Stairmaster for an hour, yeah, it's a little boring. You go for a walk for 10 minutes, call that exercise. I mean, we all start somewhere, but if you're doing that fucking 2 years down the road, boring.
Oh yeah, true, true.
So, how long have you been single for, man?
Oh, the better part of oh God, let's see, 2.5 years.
2.5 years. I'm going on a year. This is my longest spree.
Wow.
Dude, it's like killing me almost.
Man, so handsome and still no bitches.
No, there's a reason that I don't have a face cam.
Yeah, and there's also a reason I don't got one either, bud.
I mean, is it true that like an Ohio 10's like a Phoenix 5?
100%.
Not to hate on Cleveland people.
Yeah, no, in Phoenix, in Arizona in general, the women here are so gorgeous. Like, it is unreal.
I feel like we turned so misogynistic so fast.
You know what? It's okay. You just gotta go at it with the right attitude, and everybody will love and adore you.
I mean, we're not talking just looks, okay? Many better qualities. I don't know what they are. I've never been there, but I've just heard. It's hearsay.
Yeah, the only thing that I know that's hearsay is
Me sober.
Johnny Depp's trial.
Oh shit.
That was a bunch of hearsay, if you personally ask me, but
So, how long is your longest relationship?
my longest one was a year and like 2 days.
Do you count it down? Do you have minutes, hours, seconds?
No.
No, seconds is how long you last. We got that right. But fucking damn, dude, I just lost my train of thought.
Well, no, probably because you were talking about how long I lasted, and you're over there like self doubting yourself, feeling bad because you know it's the other way around, buddy.
No, you have seconds. I have milliseconds.
Yeah,
What
that's
ended
true.
that? Not
Huh?
your, not your orgasm. I'm talking about what ended your last relationship.
Um. Oh, this is going to be interesting to talk about. What
Ooh.
ended my last relationship was me. I had broken up with her because, in my mind, I felt like there was like something missing that I needed that I just didn't have, and like there was a bunch of stuff going on where I felt certain ways about her treating me, and so I broke up with her because of that. Where like I thought the relationship was unfair. I thought she was very more. It was more one sided in the relationship, but in reality, I was too blind to see that it was 50-50. But oh well.
Would you go back?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a yes or no question, dude.
Um, honestly, probably not.
That's You had all that self doubt, and you're just like, nah, never mind. Fuck that.
Well, when I see the women down here, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'd never go back. And then I try talking to them, and then they're just like, piss off. And
Gouging
so I'm
their
like,
eyes out.
maybe.
Jesus. I have a bad history with women, dude.
Yeah,
I
you
picked the
got back
wrong
you
people.
you only went back with your ex like 3 or 4 different times in the time span that I've known you.
No, I haven't. That
No,
was
I
once.
haven't.
And it
Every time
wasn't even
you've
going
broken up with
back.
her, you've always been like, let me call my ex. Let me call
No,
my ex.
no,
Let me call my
no.
ex.
Shut
Yes,
the fuck
yes,
up.
yes. You've also used her to get into a ton of shit.
Like, what?
The aviation bar in Cleveland,
I didn't
the
have to do
other
any. I paid
bars.
that round, dude.
Yeah, but you didn't have to.
Exactly.
And I'm sure she probably gave you the money right back later when you went home
No!
with her.
That's not how that worked. And that was
I
okay. Okay.
objection.
I'm gonna kill.
Objection, Your
No,
Honor.
no, no, no. Stop talking. Silence.
Rapapapa.
I kill you. Okay.
Rapapapa.
We did not go back into that as that. It was solely friends. Sure, things happened. Do I regret it? Yes. But it was like I was like, you're like a sister to me. Like it was one of those times, you know.
So
Don't say what I think you're gonna say. That's messed up in the head.
incest. Got it.
Yeah, dude. No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Fucking admitted it to it.
Yeah, that's done for. Like we're going on a solid month down of being friends.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah. Well.
but I mean, my past is I've been in 5 relationships since freshman year of high school. I've been cheated on 3 times, dude. Do you know like the joy that brings? Knowing that you have that self doubt in yourself. It's like, yes, I finally found a girl, but there's probably a dude that looks a lot better than me, has a bigger third leg than me, last like minutes on a mile to me, or whatever that expression is.
Okay. 8 Mile.
No. I'm saying like how long compared to me, not the movie with M.
Uh. We sure that's not copyright infringement?
Saying M and 8 Mile, if it is, first of all, they ain't gonna find this.
That's right. That is true. That's true. Odds of them finding this are slim to none.
2 years down the road, they're gonna go back like, hey, episode 3, like 5-10 minutes in. Fuck's that about?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it.
Oh, no. Well, you never know. They might.
So
Who knows?
what's your top reason for being single right now? Like you're just working on yourself or ugly?
I would say the past. I mean, I've been working on myself every day since like the middle of my last job that I had. And so I would partially blame it on that, but then I'd also just partially and like 75% blame it on the fact that I'm just an introvert. And even though I can go out into social places, I don't have the balls to just go up to a woman and be like, hey, what's up? Sorry.
I'm not putting blame on you.
Nah, I just don't got the balls. I'm gonna tell how it is. I ain't got the balls to go up to women and just be like, yo, I think you're cute. Do you wanna like hang out? Like, I'm never gonna say that.
Why not? It's girl
I
pain,
don't know.
man.
I feel like girls should be approaching men because girls are so unachievable nowadays. Like, girls set their expectations so ungodly high, it's ridiculous. Like, oh, they only want the wealthiest men. They only want the men who, have all of this, planned out, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, okay, well, what about the dude who's actually nice and humble and doesn't just want you for sex? Like,
And for all the guys that are going to the gym thinking chicks are gonna dig you for your 6-8 pack with veiny biceps, you're fucking wrong.
they don't give two shits about your body.
They're
They
like,
just want you for money. That's
I
all
want
it is.
dad bod. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. No, you don't.
No,
Like,
they're only dating a dude with a dad bod because they have like tons of cash laying around.
I'm dating a dude with a dad bod. I have 3 kids. I'm unemployed. I'm looking for someone. Dude, like Tinder Bumble, I was on that shit for a little bit. The people on there, man. It's like, don't hate me. I'm 19, 3 kids, don't have a job. What? How?
No, no,
What's going on?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's a interesting question, though. I will say.
Oh, do you have a direction you want to throw this?
Well, let's reverse it. Let's reverse the question. What about you? Why are you single?
I don't care. Like, I don't know why, but like my emotions are just so gone right now. It's that feeling of self-deprecation hitting hard. It's one of
I
those where
thought you were gonna say self-defecation. I was like, buddy, that means taking a shit.
I'm shitting on myself every day. Well, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Not in the stanky ass way, but at the same time, it's like I sit there and I'm like, I can improve here, 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 and here, and until I hit that goal, I'm not gonna look because it's not even worth it.
Very true. Very true.
Because it's like you look, and you're like, oh yeah, that's someone, and then they like take that time away from that shit. Like even though they say they won't, they'll be like, but like another like 20 minutes won't hurt. You know what I can do in 20 minutes?
But like another 20 minutes, bitch.
I can finish 40 times,
Whoa.
if not more.
Whoa. Sir.
I'm not shooting like that, but I mean,
Sir, stop exposing yourself.
that's the least of my worries.
Okay, if you could put.
I'm putting a cucumber with sun. No.
Oh my god. I'm putting a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass. Brother, ew.
It's for the texture. I swear.
Brother, ew. What's your best dark humor joke? Go.
I can't.
Oh, disclaimer. If you get offended by
Mm-mm.
jokes really easily, please do not watch this next segment. These are all jokes. They are not meant to be taken seriously. Alright. Tell me your best dark humor joke that you know.
I don't even. I feel like it. I know dark humor is supposed to offend people, but it's not supposed to offend people. I don't know, man.
Okay, I know my darkest joke.
Of course you do.
Why can't you have a
Written down,
pharmacy in
tattooed on
Africa?
your arm. Why?
Because you can't take medicine on an empty stomach.
That's boring.
Well,
That's why it's dry as like my elbows.
nah. It's probably, I don't know. I don't, I used to be into, you know what's crazy is the little Johnny jokes that, that were really big into,
What the fuck
like,
are you talking about?
do you know those little, do you know little Johnny jokes?
Yes, that's why I said, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I don't know what they are.
So
Explain
they're
yourself.
basically it's like a storyline, but it's like these really funny, like far-fetched, messed up jokes, and it's basically how dark humor came about because somebody made those jokes, and then it just went wild off of that, and so I basically started watching or listening to those jokes, and then I got into dark humor, and then I was like, I like dark humor. Dark humor is my best friend.
So, like, comedian aspect. Dark humor, not Kevin Hart. I know he's dark, but it's not the type of dark humor I'm talking about. Is there a comedian out there that does that?
What, just dark humor?
Like, they incorporate it in their set or some shit. Because I feel like Shane Gillis, he has some. He throws some out there, you know?
Yeah. All right. Let me give you a let me give you a little Johnny joke, and you might recognize it.
Jeez.
This week in little Johnny's English class, they were learning about punctuation. When they got to periods,
Oh,
Johnny
yeah,
asked, "Why are
yeah,
periods so
yeah.
important?" The teacher informed him and asked why he wanted to know. He said, "When my sister told us that she missed a period, my father began yelling, and my mom passed out."
I thought that was going in a different direction.
No, there's one about Thanksgiving that like I remember like reading when I was a kid in high school, and I just was like, over the moon about it because I thought it was the best joke ever, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, what about the one that's talking about like the government, economy, and the people?
Oh, that's basically when little Johnny walked in on his parents having sex.
Well, yeah, cool. Great explanation of the joke. That'd have been better if you just told the damn thing.
I don't
But
know the I don't know the damn joke, bro. I don't know it.
it's like he's like going up to his dad like, "Ooh, in school we're learning about the government, economy, and the people," and he was,
Oh yeah,
dude,
because it's like the government screws over the people, the people screw over the economy, and the economy is just destroyed after everything is done being screwed over or something.
I thought the economy was like oblivious.
Let me see if I can find that joke. It's a good joke. It is a good joke.
No,
But
because oh fuck, because the government doesn't care about the people and they ignore the people and just continue to fuck the economy.
yeah. Um. So what is Let's see here. What's your favorite car? Brand, model.
Oh, dude, that's a Tism rant.
Well, let's hear it.
Because there's like, you have McLaren,
Okay.
obvious. If you're going for performance, P1, 900 horsepower, etc. You have the 645 LT, or 675? 645.
675 LT.
Yeah, 675 LT. Looks phenomenal. Basically, looks like a P1 in most aspects. Doesn't have the power, but it's more cost efficient, effective, whatever. Don't fucking laugh.
No,
It's
bro, I
not
found
funny.
for those of you
I
who
don't
don't
care.
know,
Put your phone down.
I am
bitch.
currently scrolling on my phone on Little Johnny jokes, just trying to find the joke that we were talking about earlier. And I found a joke that's like so stupid it's funny. So the English teacher asked the class, which tense is the sentence, I am beautiful? Little Johnny replies, clearly past tense.
Damn.
Oh, brother. So you would choose McLaren?
I mean, if we're going race car, McLaren. If we're going exotic look, probably a Vantage DB9.
If we're going with an exotic look, I would go with a Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute.
I'm
Um,
talking more in the realms of like things that people would know, because I don't even think people really know McLaren.
People know McLaren. It's just not a car everybody wants to buy because if you're not an experienced driver and you get in a McLaren, you're going to crash it in about 2 seconds.
Speaking of McLaren, F1.
Yeah? What about it?
Oh, you haven't watched
What, the F1 Grand Prix?
any of them? You kind of killed my vibe there. Never. Let's go back to the whole car thing.
No, I have not. I don't really watch Formula One racing.
You're boring. I was
I
about
don't
to ask
know.
you your
I
favorite
used to
pair.
I used to watch NASCAR when I was growing up as a kid, and then I
Oh,
just
you were
kind of
probably
got
a
out of it
Busch
because it was
fan.
boring.
Now they changed all the rules in NASCAR too. I'm not even gonna get on that damn rant. But yeah, NASCAR now sucks. The good old days with Gordon,
Oh my God, Jeff
Earnhardt,
Gordon, Dale
absolute
Earnhardt Jr.,
phenomenal.
Kyle Busch,
The Bushes suck, just like the presidents.
I can't remember the blue. I think it was
Elliot
Johnson,
Johnson.
John Jamison God, what was his name? It was a blue car. I think it was like 42.
Jimmy Johnson. It's 48. And
Jimmy
it's a little-
Johnson, thank you. Yeah, 48. I was like, I know he drove a blue car.
All I know is 21's doing really good. Or he
21.
did in the last couple of years I've seen.
Oh,
The
Joey
guy-
Logano.
Yeah.
Joey Logano is a legend. I used to hate him for some reason growing up, and then over the years, I don't even know why I hated it. I think I just saw his car. It was the ugly yellow Shell petrol car, and I was like, ew,
Okay.
disgusting.
Don't hate on Shell. They have good fuel.
No, they do, and that's the only where I fill up now. Shout out Shell because their prices are actually reasonable, and their fuel is 100% gas, not like 50% gas, 50% water. Like
Yeah,
all these
Shell,
other
let's get a
brands.
sponsor on this shit. Let's run this.
Shell, if you would like to sponsor us, that'd be great. But I highly doubt in a million years you probably would.
If I could get more than 5 cents off on my gas, that would be phenomenal. You
Oh,
see these
absolutely.
prices?
Heck yeah.
But F1, couple years, Verstappen's been all over it. This year we had Lewis swap to Ferrari. So
Yeah, that was disappointing because
what do
Ferrari.
you mean
Did you
disappointing?
see
He was
that
so
race when
done with
Ferrari
Mercedes,
literally told
man.
Lewis to lose? Like,
Huh?
Ferrari quite literally told Lewis, like, back off and don't win.
I mean, that's what happened with McLaren.
Oh my god.
Piastri and Lando last race. I mean, they didn't even let him pass Lando because he had a better time for the first sector, and then the second sector, Lando had a worse time. But Verstappen was in front, even though he could have easily caught him. He was just having an off day. But what's your tisms? Not to do. I'm going everywhere. Fucking your tism. My tism's cars. I know you got jewelry, but other than that, like, what are you like fanatic about?
Watches.
Is that not part of fucking jewelry?
I mean, it is, but like that's other than watches, it's not like I'm really fanatic about much else. Like maybe, like yeah, I like luxury items. I'm a huge fanatic about that. Like I am, I have a little bit of OCD where I have to have everything clean, organized, like clean. I already said that. I'm repeating myself. Jesus. Like I like nice stuff. I don't like anything run down. I don't like anything dirty. I like the higher end name brand stuff.
You would hate to see my shoes.
Yeah, I probably would. Like today, I cleaned my Nike sandals that I've owned for over a year and a half now.
That's the
For
nasty.
probably
I don't
the
even want to hear
36th
you
time.
finish this. Why do you clean your sandals? You got your stanky ass.
Because I got the white ones, bro. I got the white slides.
Get a
and they
new
need to be
pair.
white. I don't like black streaks on them.
Get a new pair.
No.
That's luxury.
These were like $40, bro. I can't just go spend another $40. I mean, well, they were more than 40. I think they were like 60. But like, I don't know.
Dude,
I just like them.
I got these Nike something. They look like Vans. I'm gonna remember this eventually and just shout it out. But those things, the soles are almost off of the shoe. I've super glued them to the shoe.
Bro, what is your problem? Go invest in some new shoes, buddy.
But they work. Like I go to work in them, I work out in them. Like whenever I'm always wearing those things, and I have plenty of shoes in here.
Yeah.
Those things are like, if Vans could bring back the same ones that I had, I'd buy those in an instant. It's something about like that style that just suits me.
Vans, I've only ever owned one pair of Vans, and in the one pair that I owned, I mean, they were nice, but I don't know. They just, like, they're extremely heavy. I don't like heavy shoes.
They're not heavy. You skinny bitch.
I don't know. They also just had a weird fit. Like,
Wide.
I don't know how to explain. Like, they just, Vans, at least for me, I am not meant for Vans.
No, dude. Vans have wide, and then there's the fucking Converse that are like super slim. But back on the whole luxury thing, what's your favorite luxury car?
My favorite luxury car?
Yeah, because the favorite cars go, yes, go.
Well,
But,
my
like-
all-time dream car is a Lamborghini Aventador SV, and I saw one the other day in all white, and it was the most beautiful car I've ever heard
That's kind
and
of
seen.
overrated.
And oh my god, when the dude started it, it was so ungodly loud. Like, I'm not sure if you, bro, have ever heard a Lamborghini Aventador SV scream in real life. Dude, those
Yes.
things, it was a cold start. Oh my god, it was so loud. I've never heard a car that loud in my life. I swear to God, there were like 100 people outside talking. It shut out all of those people. You couldn't hear the person next to you.
How close were you to it?
I was like a mile away from the car as well.
That's bullshit.
Dude, like, okay, well, I was in the same parking lot as it, but like I was on the other side of the parking lot.
I mean, yeah, you just get titanium exhaust for that thing.
It wasn't a titanium exhaust, dude. That was stock.
If you were a mile away, how would you see? Shut up, bitch.
I was like 100, maybe 150 feet away.
And you went up, you just saw through the fucking rear bumper. You're just like, yep, that's stock.
Well, no, I know what a titanium exhaust sounds like. That wasn't a titanium exhaust. Titanium exhaust would have, oh my god, that would have gotten a noise complaint.
All time favorite. You're gonna hate me for this shit. C6 Z06, stage 4 BTR cam, or like stage 2 boost cam with either twins or a pro charger on it because heat soak with a top mount twin scroll.
What'd you say
Not
your favorite
for
car
it.
was?
I mean, like,
Oh, you said an '06 Z06. I thought, okay, okay. I thought you said a Z06, and I was like, bro, you literally said you hate those cars.
the new ones, I hate C8s.
That's right, yeah, you told me that. Which I would love a C8 Corvette, but they're
Dude,
super pricey.
went to story time. Went to the dealership yesterday with my buddy, and he was looking at buying a truck. And we were driving there in his '04 Saturn, blown out rear suspension. It was shaking like Shakira.
Bro, why does bro have
Dude,
a Saturn, dude? Oh my god, I'm not sure if you pay attention to car stuff online. Did you see that Saturn's releasing, like, a new car for, like, the first time in a million years, and it's a supercar?
isn't Saturn? Are you
Saturn was a
sure you're
car
not
brand
talking
that
about
went under,
Pontiac?
that got bought out by, like, GM or somebody. And then they decided to come back, and the other day I saw a post by them on Instagram or Facebook, and they were like, "We're coming back with a brand new." I don't remember the model name, but it was like a supercar, and I was like, "Oh, damn, they're serious." Like that.
I
That's a badass.
think that
That's a
might
badass car.
be fake because the only recent that I've really seen and kind of hoped for was the new Cadillac mid-engine.
That car looks awesome. Oh my gosh.
Like it's the CTSV, just mid-engine. That's all it is.
Oh well, maybe it wasn't Saturn. Maybe it's another brand that I was thinking of because I guess Saturn closed their operations in 2010. So maybe
So,
it's another brand that I was thinking of.
but yeah, got to the dealership in front of the lot, like six C8s. There was an E-Ray, a Stingray, Z06 with carbon package, and then they had a C7.
Okay.
Dude, I didn't realize how expensive that C7 was.
Well, some C7s are like special editions because I was at a car show
I
in
don't give a
Ohio before I
rat's
left, and
ass.
I saw a C7 Corvette that was it was something special with that car. Like it was a limited number because of something in the production of that specific model, which made it like instead of it being a regular like 70, $80,000 car, it was like 180 grand, and I was like, holy Jesus.
I feel like that's just the guy that's driving the car. He was like, "Yeah, man, it's
Well,
the
no, it
only
had
one
stamped
that's."
like on the actual chassis because in between the two seats, it had a stamp on it saying it was a special edition, and there were only like 50 or something like that made of them. I was like, Jesus.
Because you know those Corvette owners that are like, "Oh yeah, this one's like a 101. It's the only
Well, yeah,
pearl
because if
white
ever
C6
Corvette owners will
Z06 that
basically
was."
mod their car, and as soon as they mod their car, they're like, "Oh, I have a one of one."
No,
Like,
I'm
dude,
talking
you literally
about
just put a
the
carbon rear wing on it. Chill.
I'm talking about the 50-year-old, 60-year-old, 70-year-old retired dudes
Oh yeah, no, I
that
agree with
think
you.
they know cars that are like, yeah, this is a 101 because it's the only pearl white C6 that was painted and put together on August 13th, 2005, which is also my kid's birthday at this time. Like, dude, no one fucking cares.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, that it was a red C7 and it was like 80 something. But then you look up, dude, whew, they had a purple C8.
Purple seat, dude. I love seats so
A
much.
purple C8 Stingray that
Ooh,
had carbon white buckets.
ooh, clean.
I almost bought it.
for what, $120,000, dude.
It was
C8 Corvettes.
92. It was 92.
If there were any cars that were budget friendly to the American people that were going over budget for no freaking reason, it would be the C8 Corvette. Those
You want a
cars
budget
are
car,
so
build a Mustang.
overpriced, it's ridiculous.
Well, the new ones are, yeah, absolutely. But the older ones, like, that haven't sold yet, that are like 21, 22, those things are going for dirt fucking cheap.
Even the
You want
old
a
ones,
nice
though, some of them
looking-
are still going in like the high 50s, and it's like, dude, they're not worth that. They're like maybe worth 40.
You talking C8s, bro?
Yes, there was a C8 Corvette online that I found
40
the other day.
grand.
Where this
What are you
car, this
smoking?
C8 had, I think, like 70,000 miles on it. And it was one of the first gen ones. And the dude still wanted like 50 grand for it. And I'm like,
That's
dude, it has 70,000 miles. No.
that's kind of reasonable. What state was it in? What I guarantee it wasn't like 4
Arkansas,
minor
I think?
accidents.
I think it was Arkansas.
I was talking about like the report on it. Like,
Oh, I have no idea.
people that drive those things drive them like, I guess 70,000 in 5 years is a fuck ton.
I don't know. Maybe I'm over. Maybe it's the newer ones that I'm thinking of, but I feel like even the old ones are just slightly too high.
But the salesman? Okay, I kind of have to say the whole experience. So we get there.
Say it.
You know, there's the cat on the Saturn is just split in two, so it's loud as a bitch. And we walk in there, and the one guy comes up to us. He's like, "Oh, how can I help you?" Like, "Oh yeah, looking at this car, like blah blah blah, whatever." He's like, "Oh, take a seat. I'll have someone with you soon." We're sitting there cracking jokes. Dude, we are the menaces of this dealership. We are making the most amount of noise that they probably have ever heard. Because it's me, my buddy, and one of his friends,
Sure.
and we're just making jokes at each other. And then the guy comes back over, and he's like, "Oh, have you been helped yet?" My buddy's turning around at the same time as I turn around. He's like, "No, we haven't. We're gonna walk if you don't like do something about this." And he's like, "Oh yeah. I'll get right on that." So
The
sit back down. Like 20 seconds later, this chick comes up, like our age. And I'm like, cool, this is going to be fun. Like, not to be sexist, but you probably don't know a lot about cars. You just sell cars.
Yeah.
Pulls a truck around. Common problems on Silverados. Trans-cooler lines, oil cooler lines, ball joints. Like 3 common things that you always look for. She had to fill the gas tank up with us, and then we went on the drive with her. So the whole time, me and this dude in the back were just looking at each other, trying not to die of laughter.
Sure.
At the same time, my buddy in the driver's seat is just driving like a complete dumbass. And she's just sitting there like, "Oh, you guys are mean to each other. Like, what is going on here?" We get back, check the trans fluid, check oil, even though they do oil, filters, wipers, whatever, etc. Bullshit. Went under the car, flipped it, transfer lines leaking. Oil cooler lines like halfway on the way out. Go in there, I'm like, "Hey, like, can I see what you guys did to this shit? Because I'm curious." Did like the basic maintenance, oil change, filters, wipers, like I already fucking said. And then there was like, it was nothing even big, but like an exhaust manifold bolt, whatever. But
Sure.
it sounded like they did all this stuff to it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what if I told you this transfer line is leaking and this oil cooler line is beginning to leak? She's like, "Well, we've already done all the maintenance, blah, blah, blah." And I looked at my buddy and I was like, "Yeah, maybe we should just walk from this. It's not really worth it."
No, at that point it definitely wouldn't be.
So he runs the numbers. Like, you know, you're getting a soft hit on your credit. Nothing crazy. But he's still running the numbers with this chick. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "No, dude, we just had to walk. This isn't worth it. We need to get the fuck out of here." So he's like sitting there looking. He's like, "I don't know. I'll come back in a couple of days after I think about it." And, you know, salesmen are like, "Oh, you never know if it's going to get sold in the time." I want to grab a Sharpie and right underneath it, "Don't buy this truck. These reasons."
So that,
But we hop out, and the beautiful, gorgeous purple C8 with these white carbon buckets is just sitting there. And I'm looking at my buddy, and I'm like, 1 to 100. So what are you talking about? I'm like, 1 to 100, I buy this right now. And he's like, "You won't." I'm like, "You want to bet? I'm either buying this car or getting a date if I go back in there." Because the chick was, dude, she was cute. But anyway.
oh yeah, no, I've had that. I've had it at. I feel like most women who work at dealerships, as long as they're not on the older side, are like really cute.
Okay. You saved yourself at the end there with the not on the older side.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, we were sitting there. I was sitting out there for 15 minutes. This chick was like eye fucking me through the glass. Because I was literally sitting there looking inside debating. And every like 2, 3 minutes I'd look, she'd be like looking at me with this like smile on her face. I'm like, okay, focus.
She wasn't into you. I promise you that much.
I'm not even into me. What do you expect? But we did the 1 to 100. We were one number off.
Wow.
I said 17, he said 18. And I looked at him like, well, that means it's time to go. Dude.
See, isn't it with whenever you play that game, if it's within a certain range, you have to do it or no?
No, we made it so we had to hit the exact number.
You know what me and you should do though? We should buy a sports car and just share it, like split it.
Split it between the two states? How's that going to work?
No, I mean you move down here and then we just buy a sports car. We can store it in my garage since I have a 3-car garage and.
But that means I have to sell a lot of my stuff. Like, I'm not saying I have, like,
Here's the thing, we can run my
hollow
credit
Charizard,
and we would
but-
just split the monthly payments.
well, what kind of car would we get? That would be a big argument in itself.
I don't know. What kind of car would you want? I mean, I want something more modern. I don't want like an old car because that just. Ugh.
Stick or auto?
Preferably automatic because I don't know how to drive manual.
Well, be a man. Learn it.
Well, I can drive with like paddle shifters, but.
That's not the same thing.
Oh, I know. I'm saying like I know how to use paddle shifters. I just don't know how to drive stick.
ACR. Viper.
Those are one of the most dangerous cars ever.
You asked what I wanted. I gave you the answer.
How about a more reasonable thing? Because those are also currently super expensive. In case you haven't noticed.
Like 160?
That's what the monthly payment. Let me break this down for you, buddy. The monthly
Well,
payment
you
on
didn't
160.
give me a freaking financial advisor on top of
How
this.
about we go like a
What's
Porsche?
my limit?
How about we do like a Porsche 911? They're 90 grand. They're nice cars. They have a decent amount of
73
power.
more. I can have 4 more cylinders and 4 times more fun.
A what?
I said for 70 more grand, I could have 4 more cylinders and 4 times more fun. You'll have a whole bunch more eyes looking at
how
you.
about we go with the V8 Vantage, the old ones, because you can buy an old Vantage.
You just said you wanted new.
Huh?
You said you wanted new.
Not like. No, I just meant like modern, like newer looking. Like I don't want like a Shelby Cobra from like back in the 1800s.
Yeah, you do.
No, well, no. But if we get like an Aston Martin Vantage, a 2018 Vantage, or no, 2016 Aston Martin Vantage, which I've ridden one of those cars. They are extremely fast, extremely powerful. Maintenance on them is not that much. They're, you can pick up a used one for 70 grand with like 30,000 miles on it. Over 84 months would be $833. Knowing our luck, let's just call it $1,000 a month for the monthly payment. Between the two of us, dude, that's $500 a month. It's
I want
easy.
more cylinders.
That's lightweight,
Aston
dude.
Martin Vantage had the V8 and V12.
Yeah, we would get the V8 because the V12 they only made a certain number of, and they're
I
also
don't
like in the
care.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Exactly. That's why we need to find something with more cylinders. I like the sounds of more cylinders,
Buddy,
personally.
anything with a V12 in it is going to be ungodly expensive.
Audi A8 or A6. One of those had a V10 in them.
You should get me an Audi A7 because an Audi A7 is a car I really want from Audi. That's like one of the few cars I want from Audi. Beside that, and a e-tron. For some reason, dude, the e-tron is low key. Or you know what
Are you
Audi I
my
want?
friend anymore? What did you just? What came out of your mouth?
An Audi Q8.
Okay, Audi Q8. No, you said the fucking e-tron.
Audi
I'm going back to that
Q8,
shit.
Audi Q8s look like the Lamborghini Urus. Like they are the competitor to the Lamborghini Urus, and they're only like what 130.
Wow, they have almost the same parts made by the same company with a different stamping on them.
Yeah, exactly. But it's cheaper than a Urus. A Urus is almost $500,000.
They're like $325.
$500,000.
That is a 175 off, dude. That is
$250,000.
far jump, man. Yeah, there you go. Oh, what about like an R8, dude? 5.2 V10.
Ooh,
Get
now
sheepy
that I could
racing
do.
in there.
That I could do. An Audi R8. Ooh.
Or like an R35. R35s, you see a decent amount of them, but
A GTR, like the newer GTRs, I would totally do that, dude. All-wheel drive, they're not that common. Like they're a pretty uncommon car because nobody wants them.
I
So
see
they're
like
price
six
dumped
of
like
them running around
dramatically.
here. I see like, well, then you gotta think about mods. Not to be that kid, but I want to have some fun shit. So you go to like Alpha or you go to Teen for GTRs. You go to Sheepy or Underground on for what? Lambo, Audi.
Or we should just be a big baller and just buy a McLaren.
Nah, dude, for big balling, I'll just buy a Rolls Cullinan.
Okay, I'm not buying a $500,000 car.
We said big balling, bro.
I can't afford a $500,000 car. That monthly payment is like $3,000 or more.
I don't see a problem with that.
You know what we should get? A Mercedes AMG G63
Better jobs.
or an AMG C63. Ooh, dude, the C63s are badass.
They drive nice. I mean, they have decent power,
We should get one.
but it's almost like too smooth. I like that terrifying feeling.
How about we get a Mercedes GLE 63? Because I've been in one of those. I've driven one of those. Those are aggressive cars. Like, aggressive.
They're bigger.
For
They
an
weigh
SUV,
more.
dude, those have so much ridiculous horsepower. It's like I don't think they have that much horsepower, but the amount of like power that comes out of it when you step on it, dude, you get thrown in the back of your seat.
I'm getting either a coupe or a truck.
Okay,
Yeah,
then I guess
my
we're
two
getting a
options.
coupe, buddy.
We don't need girls in the back seat. We got two seats for two bros. That's why I said Viper. Because you have that feeling of no traction control, no ABS, all that stuff. But at the same time, you have
We get a 2008
E10,
Aston Martin
6 speed.
Vantage.
No, dude, that has more than two seats.
No, it has two seats, buddy.
No, it doesn't. It has a back seat, doesn't it?
Only some of them do, not all of them.
Well, now you got minus Google and stuff.
What do you think I'm on? I think we should get a Porsche. We could do like a BMW i8. Those are cheap.
No! Three-cylinder turbo? No. Okay, they are just two seats. Okay, I take back what I said.
Uh,
Dude, you just gotta come up by me.
we could do like a Lotus Emira.
Ah, dude, Lotus is I'm not a fan of.
Um,
Just like minis and alphas.
Alfa Romeos are pretty dope. I thought about getting one, but I
I
didn't.
mean, they look cool, but
They drive nuts.
Italian-made cars can't run worth a shit. And whenever you have something wrong with them, they gotta ship them back if it's too big of an issue. It is the worst god-awful thing you can do to a car. Just buy one of those.
I love how we're just sitting here contemplating if we should actually buy a car together. I would totally be down.
I like this is explaining even more why we're single.
Literally. We'd rather spend money on a car for the both of us to share and enjoy than spend money going out trying to get a girl.
Hey,
Oof.
why are you single? Ooh, I like motors.
I like motors, I like shiny things, I like big roofs.
Whoa, they like shiny things too. Their shit just doesn't. That's just expensive and it's small. That's what I don't understand.
Nah, I
What do
don't.
you mean, nah, dude? Jewelry is so expensive
Oh yeah, no, obviously.
for what
It's,
you're getting.
Oh yeah, well, you've worked in the jewelry field though. Like it's reasonable with some of the items. Some items are reasonable.
I mean, some you're looking at stones that are softer and not and are super common.
Yeah, keep talking because you definitely sound like you know what you're talking about. It's
Really?
called precious stones and non-precious stones.
Oh, sorry. I was only working there for what, 3 months?
3 months. What are you doing on your side of the?
I'm throwing cans away and opening another one.
Brother.
I can't open it. Damn it.
Oh,
I still can't open it.
sounds like a
What's going on
personal
over
problem.
here? There we go.
I have a dill pickle sunflower seeds in my night drawer stand
Like
here.
pickles?
Like the dill pickle flavored sunflower seeds, dude. They're so good.
I can tell you were adopted.
Wow. Okay. Sorry. That was not necessary.
It's so true, though. You like pickles?
Not like that, buddy.
I'm not saying like that. If anything, I'd like you more if you said that. What kind of pickle? Yeah.
Oh my
No,
gosh,
dude.
dude. Pickles are good.
They're only good for one thing, and that's the trash can.
Yeah. Okay. So if you are, let's say we get into a pandemic right now, right? And you can't leave your house, and you can only watch one show for the rest of your life. What would you watch?
Does it have to be a show?
It can be anything. But
Like,
whatever it is, it's the only thing you can watch.
How long?
Let's say the pandemic lasts for a year.
A year. I'd probably just watch like the Vanoss crew.
Okay.
Like that's the easy. Like they have so many videos, and it was my childhood. So going back and reliving my childhood, and also my work makes me work still through pandemics.
Okay.
Why? What are you gonna say? Suits?
Oh, no. I mean, if I had to pick something, I would... Oh, geez, I don't even know. I would probably do Office, only because I think it's the one thing that I could watch on repeat without having to ever get bored.
But I mean, how often are you gonna be watching TV
Like, once a week, twice a week, maybe.
during a pandemic?
During a pandemic, I would just find stuff to do. Like, play video games most of the time.
Then what video game are you going to?
Grand Theft Auto.
That's the game you choose. The game that's just been out for a decade.
That or, Minecraft, because it's Minecraft. I like sandbox games because they allow you to do whatever you want. So any game that's like a sandbox game, I'm down.
Oh, you're a power guy. You like power.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love being in power.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's another reason why I'm single, because I like having all the power. Yep.
I don't have words, man. If I could use these words in my head.
Ah.
I don't know. Because, like, if I can go back in time and be like, hey, OG Fortnite, and be that kid, because there was so much good going on with that. And then they just had to mess it up by going with all these deals. But I mean, Rocket League, I guess? Just because, okay, I'd choose Rocket League if they got rid of the whole comms thing. Like, if you had to get banned off that for saying some words, I'm not for it. So just, if you clear that out of the picture, Rocket League all day.
You're gonna hate me, but I've never played Rocket League a day in my life.
You should invest some time into it.
Why would I do that?
It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
You play soccer with cars.
I mean, yeah, but soccer's not really that fun. Oh, well, I can't say that. I can't say that.
Forza Horizon 3.
Ooh, Forza Horizon 4.
I mean,
I like
4
the
had
new
better
one that
graphics.
they have, but I liked Forza Horizon 4 because when that came out, I bought it. And, dude, that is the only game I played every single day nonstop for, like, a better part of, like, 5 months.
Forza Horizon 3 for me, dude. I had the whole setup. I had the wheel, the shifter, the pedals.
Oh, heck yeah.
And that's when they had the car that I had in game, and I built it to spec. Like, it was my car, literally. It was a 93 SC. I think it was a 300, but I swapped in a fucking 1UZ because I had unlimited money because I spent money on the game like a dumbass.
Sure, as one does.
But yeah, I'd go into the Blizzard Mountains or whatever they're called. I'd just start racing and drifting on the track, had it set up. Oh, it was so good. So, anyways, why we're single? We're single because we like video games, money. He likes power.
Oh, I love the power.
Why do you gotta be like that?
I don't know. I just am.
Change yourself.
No. Never.
So, I mean, you don't need all the power.
That's another thing I don't understand. Women are always telling guys to change who they are, when in reality, it's like we meet a girl and then we think we have to change who we are, but then we still get broken up with in the end because we're not our real selves. But anytime we are our real self, then everybody looks at us like we're fucking weird.
I don't know. All I know is every time I got into a relationship and things ended, whether it be I was cheated on or just differences, after they got into the next relationship, a couple of them texted me and they were like, I was the problem. Or like, I understand now. Because I've had like dads call me.
Well,
The first three, the dads called me and they're like, "Hey man, I miss you. Can we go in the garage sometime and work on the cars?"
the
And I was like, "Yeah, sure, man. Just give me a call.
sure,
Got a
why
six
not?
pack and we can go to town."
Yeah, I will say when I was younger, I had a friend who was like super into cars because his dad works for Ford, and like super nice dude. But like he's one of those guys where you look at him and you can tell he's into cars. And
What's that
so
supposed to mean?
his dad bought him a car, and it was a Ford Focus, and it was, it was like this most stock thing ever, but it was like the highest model you could buy. It was like the performance
It
version.
was a Ford Focus ST, and
Yeah,
I
and
decided to throw downpipes on it.
he modded it so much. He upgraded the exhaust, upgraded the rims, put like a wing on it. Like it sounded nice. It was nice.
I could not see a turbo four banger sounding nice unless it's like a K series,
It was a nice sounding car.
like an RB26.
And
Like
it wasn't one of those high exhaust pitch noises. It was one of those like really like low grumbly ones. Like
he
it
probably had
sounded
a
so
fat
good.
pipe like he likes his women, dude.
Okay. Okay. This is good. I like the candy that I'm eating. I have like these.
What candy are you eating?
I have the top drawer of my nightstand table is full of candy right now, and I love it.
Fat bitch.
Hey man, gotta gain muscle somehow.
That's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, definitely not the way to do it. Don't recommend it.
I'm in my cut right now, and I was 205 before my cut, and that was 2.5 weeks ago.
And now you're 250. You fat fuck.
I'm sitting at almost 180,
Congratulations.
and
you
you're
like a pat on the
sitting there
back?
eating sugar.
And I still weigh 145 comfortably, and I don't change weight. Yeah, it must suck.
But the difference is, I can go to Chicago alone. You go to Chicago, you just blow through the wind. You're like an
Well,
umbrella.
I become the new flag that sits on top of every skyscraper.
Are you impaled, or are you just kind of hanging from it?
Just kind of impaled through my head, just waving there.
Oh, I was gonna say a different.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say a different part of your body.
Oh, buddy, no. Buddy.
I mean, you like pickles, so I never know.
No, that's not what I meant. Oh my god, that's another huge reason as to why I'm single though. Good thing that you touched on that.
He likes it in the butt.
No, oh my god. Okay, so one of the main reasons and biggest reasons as to why I'm single is because it's two things. I naturally have like a higher pitched voice than most other men.
What?
And so
No.
everybody naturally thinks like when they look at me and then they hear me, they're like, oh, he's gay. And then the second thing, just my look alone, like I don't have very good style, but I'm slowly improving it. right? But it's my whole appearance just doesn't scream attractive whatsoever.
I go to Salvation Army for my clothes. I buy double XLs, man. My style is so far gone.
Yeah, somehow you still pull people.
No, I don't. And if I do, I don't notice.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay, buddy.
I don't
You
know.
keep
I don't
telling
know the
yourself.
last time I made a move or had a mood made on me where I was like, I know what's going on in this situation. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those where I just turn my brain off. My brain turns soft and what is it?
I just can't turn my brain off though. Like that's not something I can physically do.
No, you only turn women off.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They hear that voice once and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
they're like,
okay."
oh, I don't like that. I don't fucks with it. And I'm like, okay, got it.
So we're really just not doing the face cams because we don't want our faces out there.
We're ugly. We are ugly. Well, we've tried to warn you guys. Eventually, we'll do face cams, but when you see us, don't be surprised, because man, we tried to warn you. We
This
we
is
told you it's
this
coming.
is the third podcast, and this is the third time that my camera shattered.
Yeah, this is the third time I opened my laptop and it just self-closed. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was a feature.
It's also the third different facial hair that I've had, and like,
Whoa. Getting
yeah, I
face
was
transplants, buddy? Is
no,
there
dude,
something you're not telling
I
us?
had like a full like I don't grow beards very well. I have some patchy spots, but I had a full beard, and I shaved it to just a mustache because I'm like I'm gonna hop on that trend, and I'm just like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, 5 o'clock shadows are pretty dope.
But for my head shape, like I got a big head, man.
You got an egg for your head, buddy. You got like if
And it's hard as
Steve
shit too.
from
Don't forget that.
Minecraft mixed his head with the Enderman and an egg, that's what your head looks like.
I'm like a diamond head shape, but the diamond's the
No,
size
an
of a
emerald.
bowling
You're like an
ball.
emerald, bro.
No, I was talking like legit face shapes.
Oh, legit face. Oh, nah.
Because I've thought about a perm.
A perm. Oh my god, dude. That's no.
Because like, I mean, if I have some volume to my hair, it'll change the way that I look. I swear.
Not for the better.
It'll give me that confidence that I need.
Not for the better, my dude.
But you have like light, not light, but like thin hair, don't you?
I have thin hair, yes. But I am using like shampoo that's supposed to thicken it up, but it's not working.
Like I got a thick head of hair.
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning and it is everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I partially blame it on the fact that I'm from Russia. I feel like most Russians have like thin hair.
Don't blame it on that. You're just shitty.
I am shitty. You're right. I did it. I'm sorry.
And on the fact that he's a shitty person, we're ending this right now.
Ugh. It is probably a good spot to end off. We have already talked for almost an hour. Wow.
Yeah, who knows how much we're gonna edit.
Yeah. This is gonna. We're trying to figure out what's going on with the audio. So if anybody has any suggestions, because it sounds normal when we
With
record
one
it.
comment.
Like it sounds normal right now, and then I download the file, the file into an editing software, and then it sounds like complete dog ass. And
Oh,
I'm
not
like,
on your end, just my end.
yeah, which is the craziest part. I don't know.
Because he's recording all this. I'm talking through a mic. And then all of a sudden it just turns into some potato audio. And I don't understand it. But yeah, if that one comment can.
Yeah. But oh well, this was a good chat though. This was a very good chat.
I like we don't stay on topics. We just go on rants.
Oh yeah, no, that's the whole part of it. We go on rants. We just say, whatever we decide to talk about is whatever we decide to talk about.
So for the third time, next time we might be more prepared. We might have some material. The odds slim. But are we
Slim
gonna
to
try?
nothing. Slim to
We're
nothing.
probably not gonna try. But
Yeah.
you know what? We we might.
Yeah.
Two
But
idiots, two states, signing the fuck off.
I think a conversation that me and you need to have off camera, buddy, is actually buying a car together. Because low key, I'd be so down.
Oh God.
I would be so down to do that. But on another note, I think that's a good stopping point.
Indeed.
So, with that being said, we will become more prepared next time.
Hold up. Should I drop my IG on this bitch?
We can put that in the description.
Nah, dude. Check me out at IG at. No, I'm not gonna play.
Nah, man. You ain't famous enough to plug.
I ain't never gonna be famous enough to plug, bitch.
Uh-huh. But alrighty,
But
guys.
this is the end of it. It was a good talk.
Oh,
Hopefully
yeah.
people
Well,
enjoyed this. It wasn't too on the spectrum, but
I think our sanity is just going as the more episodes that we record, which is totally fine. Because if
it's
anything,
just
that's
day
just
by
showing who we
day.
really are. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
2 idiots, 2 states. Out, bitch.
Yep. Later.